Hello, this is me, Detective. I kind of well, we'll just say recently I saw a movie. It's called Rogue One, a Star Wars story, or Star Wars Rogue One. You don't know. Doesn't matter how you call it. Just call it Rogue One. But thing is, it was pretty good. Review over it. No. But I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, there's no surprises in it." It's just a lot of a lot of people, a lot of the haters are just saying, "Oh, it's no, there's no some surprises. No, it's a prequel, so it has to be bad." No, it's okay. One, it is kind of it's unneeded. All right, you don't need to see this movie to understand anything about the Star Wars universe. Yeah, you don't really need to see it, but it's okay. It's not bad at all. It's I don't feel that it's as good as The Force Awakens. Actually, no. I don't want that. It's if you like heist movies, I'm going to talk about the third act. It's if you really love heist movies and love kind of that kind of stuff, you'll love the third act of this movie. It's just all it is it's pretty much if you don't know the plot of the movie, it's pretty much some group of people try to steal the Death Star plans. This takes place just pretty much right before it literally ends right before episode 4, maybe an hour before episode 4 starts. So yeah, it's that's my dog. But and yeah, there are some things that I'm it's a bit. I'm for example, the character Saw. I never really I know who he is. Don't get me wrong. I know he's a character. I saw the Clone Wars as when I was growing. I love Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and I do remember Saw from season 5. He was pretty cool, but he's kind of he's sort of in the movie. He doesn't show up a ton in the movie, and he probably is related to one of the probably by far the weirdest scene in the movie, where he has this weird tentacle, thing is what happened, when the scene is this will be in spoilers, by the way, this will be a spoiler heavy review, so, now it's it's a good time to stop, but it's if you've already seen the movie, you can see the rest of this video, but it's in the movie, it's weird, because the pilot that supposedly knows the information about about the Death Star plans, and he needs to tell Saw. It's Saw doesn't believe him completely, so he puts him on a chair and lets this weird squid thing read his mind, and also he talks like this. It's I understand why. It seems he's really he seems really old. He has a built-in breathing mask. It's he gets this and but he still talks like this. But it's interesting. But yeah, the squid is why does it work for you? Where did you find it? What's and how it doesn't really have any point, because he just puts on the pilot guy in a cell anyway. So it's what was the point of that? What was the point of that scene? But I want to go more into other stuff. I love a lot of them. People that I understand why some people don't really. It's mainly because of the characters. People think the characters are kind of bland. I think they're okay. But that's the thing. I feel they. I had a good connection. It's I don't like these characters as much as say the other characters in the Star Wars universe, but I do like them. They are good characters. Decent enough, and yeah, I'm forgetting some of the names, and it's kind of I don't remember. I'm not saying that's a fault, but it's yeah, it's just you kind of don't remember their names exactly, except Jyn, Ursa, and that's pretty much it. I don't know, the name's kind of catchy, but I don't know what to say. But all the other names, if you just either you just kind of don't hear them, they don't say the names often, but I just call them by what they are. It's the blind guy. It's but the droid was the most hilarious character. He was really funny. That scene with the blind guy where they put a bag on his head. It's are you serious? I'm blind. It's that scene was great. But more on that. It's like the characters are decent and are okay. Like they're not that they're not perfect, but they're okay. And they also this movie shows the dark side of the rebellion. Like they show you like the kind of what the rebellion would do. It's like in the beginning of the movie you see that one of the characters, like he's sort of like the second main lead. He literally shoots this guy in the back. Like he literally just shoots this guy. Is he thinking that like you know the scene? You guys probably know the scene I'm talking about. It's like in the movie he gets info from this one guy who has who's walking in a cane, and they eventually get caught by stormtroopers. He kills them. He kind of comes to them saying, "Don't worry, everything's gonna be all right." Boom! And he kills him. He shoots him by in the back because he thinks he's gonna be a liability. It's like that's kind of dark. And yeah, it's kind of like a dark it's a dark movie. And now on to the end. It's like the end of this the first act is kind of odd because they kind of jump all over the place. Like every planet they just jump to multiple planets at once. But in the second act, it really gets going, and the third act is great, just great. It almost got me on the edge of my seat because again, I like these characters. I wanted to see him get out of this alive, and oh no, I'm gonna say that again, spoilers. None of them get out. All of them die. The entire main cast dies in the end of this movie, and I just thought it was gonna be one or two. It's like I thought it's like. I kind of find it funny because even the director for this movie even was shocked by this because in the original version of the movie, not all the characters were supposed to die. And because he thought Disney wouldn't allow him, they thought, they probably wouldn't let me kill the entire cast. Oh no, he asked them, it's like, no, you can kill them, you can kill the entire cast if you want. And he did. This guy killed them all. And I did not expect every one of them to die. I thought at least one of them would live, but not all. But I didn't think all of them would die. The first one that went that was the droid, and it's he got I'm like no, and I thought okay, maybe that was the last death. Then more people started to die. The blind guy got blown up, and the pilot got blown up too. It's just I thought that the only characters I thought that would die would be the pilot and the droid, but that's it. I didn't think any of the other characters would die, but no, they just all die. And then also I should talk about the villain, Shaw. Wait, it's I forget his name. It's like Drax, or Rax or something. The admiral. The Admiral guy is kind of okay. I do like some, there's certain parts that is kind of funny, when they in the third act, when they realize they're being attacked, he just looks around, it's like, are you all blind? Get the garrison out there! It's I like, that scene got me to laugh, but most of it's kind of played serious, he's mostly kind of, he's okay. Okay, not a great villain. Also, by the way, forgot to mention this, Tarkin is in this movie, but he's CG. And I'm saying with Leia at the very end of the movie, it's they're both CG, but it's if you've ever seen Tron Legacy with Clue, that's pretty much the same CGI here. It's most of the time it looks good. I got used to it. I got used to it personally, but I'm sorry, when I first saw them, oh, that's bad. When you first see it, you're oh my god, that's bad. But when you get used to it, but it's just, it looks weird, It looks really weird when you first see it. And, Leia's in the very end of the movie, too. And, by the way, it's a piece with her, the actual person died recently, and, hopefully she's in a better place, but just, yeah. But yeah, back to the, it's just, the third act, you also kind of feel for the villain, too, for the Admiral guy, you kind of feel for him, because he's sort of, he doesn't really want, he kind of like he wants to take credit for all this. Like he kind of thinks if it wasn't for him, the Death Star wouldn't have been built, and Tarkin is slowly trying to like kind of take that credit away from him. And he's kind of like that kind of guy. He's like he doesn't want to be forgotten, and it's kind of ironic because he pretty much gets killed by the Death Star in the end of the movie. Like if you actually like, I don't see anyone really talk about that. He literally gets evaporate. Like he gets disintegrated from the laser, just like if you see it goes right past the very top of that building, and it's like, and he's like on top of it looking at the death. He's like on the ground, like he got blasted. So it's like, oh god, and it's like, but you don't see that, but it's like, I'm like, that's kind of, I'm like, yeah, he just gets disintegrated, and yeah, so all the main characters, like pretty much like they're all the characters die except Jyn Erso and the second guy, like the other guy, and they pretty much those two survive, but it's like not for long. Like they send the Death Star plans to a ship from above and go down and to the beach to look at the explosion, and they all die. And before I end this review, I want to talk about Vader for like it's like I only have like a minute left on this, but it's like I want to talk about Vader for a second. Vader in this movie is amazing. Like he only shows up for like 2 scenes, but he's awesome. No more will like cinematically we will like think of him as the guy that did the no. He'll be the they kind of brought the badass guy back. Like one, we find out he actually lives in a place. It's not a good place. Like I always thought he just lived in that like that Star Destroyer, but no, he actually lives. Like it looks like the Tower of Sauron in Mustafar. Like it's on Mustafar, and he looks like his castle. He looks like he lives in Mustafar. And the last scene in the movie is great. Just him killing all these rebels and stuff, and yeah, it was awesome. And I think that's the end. That's the end of my review. Check it out before the movie is great, and just watch it.